Check. Mic 1, 2. We good? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ricky Earnhardt the Sixth.
And I am Randall Rufus Earnhardt.
And this is FNM. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're darn rootin' tootin' right. We are back on prime time.
Yeah, they let me back on.
Oh, yeah. So, Cousin Barb, since we last saw, I'm sorry you got to be on the tail end of that conversation. I got her some Nair for Christmas. 5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, it was real good stuff.
Good stuff. Cleaned her all up. We're good to go. Thinking about having a kid sometime soon. Doctor said you shouldn't
With
do
Cousin
that.
Barb?
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, I know. We're working through that. The doctor said it can have some blood type issues. Whatever. They don't know anything these days. Fake news from the doctor. Am I right?
Well, you always right.
I mean, everything's just fake these days.
That's
though.
right, and we know that here at FNM.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
Hello? Yes. So we're actually on the topic. We are getting word of a fake, quote-unquote fake, penis. Excuse me, pianist.
Oh, a pianist.
Like he plays the piano.
Oh, piano. Yeah,
the piano.
A pianist.
Precisely.
Yeah, I got you.
She apparently caused a bunch of fuss around town.
Yeah, so we have a viewer sent in a video he took of this heckler named Holden Caulfield or something, just messing with this nice pianist. And so I think we're gonna cut to that, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's go.
Holy cow, he's an incredible pianist.
I'm not really buying it.
Why not?
I mean, it's like he's too good. Like, look at the man. He is in his element right now. Have you ever seen a greater pianist than that?
Oh no, he's the best I've ever seen.
Answers no. Answers no. Don't interrupt me. You interrupt me. I don't appreciate that. I'm just saying, he's too good. Nobody's that good. He's not good. It's not possible.
But I mean, he's really playing it right there.
No, it's all smoke and mirrors. There's wires. You can't see. He's not doing it.
Are you calling him a fraud?
I am calling him a phony.
Well, you see, I personally, I thought he was great.
He was a fine pianist.
Talented as talented could be. You can see him moving his fingers and moving his whole foot up and down on that pedal thing. Like, are you kidding me? Fake my tail.
Yeah, I don't know what that Caulfield fellow was talking about.
Me neither.
Calling him a phony. That was not fake. I'll say it right now. But speaking of fake, we got this allied fella up in the Yankee state of New York.
Allies in a hoot-to-hoot-to-hoot.
Yeah, you got big old allies. Anyways, he up in New Yorkish area,
He's a
nice
Yankee? Why are we
yuppie.
showing this?
It's a nice yuppie party.
Good quality. Was it filmed with them GoPros?
No problem. I think it was some GoPro footage. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but he had a little bit too much moonshine to drink, and he just went off on a whole rant about these, fake books and all kinds
Fake
of stuff.
news, fake pianists, fake books. Next thing you know, we're going to be eating plastic food.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
mean, this beer gut doesn't come from nowhere. I can't be drinking no water-labored beer. Anyways, we'll cut to the clip right
Cut to
now.
that.
The books! They're f***ing real! Oh my goodness. They're real. All of them. This is amazing. The books are real. They're not fake. I thought they were all fake. They're not fake. Not a single one. They're all real. All the books. They're real. How is this possible? They're all real. Oh my goodness. Oh, this one is fancy. To say 1500s dictionary? My god. It's real too. I'm astonished. The books are real. They're all real. There's gotta be a fake one. There's gotta be a fake one. They're not all real. There's no way. 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 There's no way.
I think we're back. We're back.
Absolutely.
Well, you sure can see the stark similarity between those two clips.
Absolutely.
It's all about the fakeness.
The fakeness. That's what the network's all about.
The phoniness. We are FNM. We know a thing or two.
Oh
yeah. About fake stuff.
We debunk all the fake stuff. And that's our forte. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think these two are similar, not just because they're talking about fake things. I think they both bring out the prevalence of phoniness. Phoniness is everywhere.
That's a big word.
It's a big problem in a lot of areas in our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, with the pianist, you have somebody who just, I think the phoniness comes from distrust. He must have had some trauma in his life.
He may have been a little bit jealous. I know I was jealous of that pianist. If I could move my fingers like that.
I mean, let's get real here. But I mean, I think there must have been some trauma early on in his life. I don't know if it was something with a family member or what. But I mean, I think it's just some troubling times when he just has mistrust. And I don't know where that really comes in with the Allied man. There's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah.
They're both, what I thought was interesting is normally fake stuff oftentimes is in a negative way. We think of something fake as in somebody's doing it with malice intent.
Not a big word. Buzzword.
It was
Buzzword.
on my word of the day.
Was it?
Word of the day.
On that
Yeah.
scratch out calendar.
Yeah, that calendar down yonder. But back to what I was saying, it's a positive light in these ways. The Allied man thinks these books are so rare and prestigious.
Yeah.
That was yesterday's one.
Oh, yeah.
That they think they're just so great that they think they're fake because of that. And the pianist, he's so good that he's fake because of that. And I think this world is just getting reality and not reality screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Can't see the now.
I know.
You can't see.
So I think phoniness is really prevalent in both situations and a big problem. And I think our views can be skewed because of it.
Well, it's like you said, they're a product of their society. So you got the Allied man who's just knows all these, rich folks, and he's just amazed because everybody he knows been hiding behind their monies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you got this other boy who clearly, like you theorized, probably had some childhood trauma, and so just both a product of their environment, just very, very similar.
And I think their way of coping with that and hiding behind something is calling other people out so that they can save themselves.
Yeah, they're projecting their feelings onto something else, so they don't feel so guilty. It's just crazy.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
And now we got some more. We got some more eyewitness clips. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So we got,
Darn written did right.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So
Our Foxy producer's telling us that. Yeah.
Leslie. So
Cousin Leslie.
we have a clip coming in. I believe it's
Someone was trying to jump off a cliff.
a cliff. We're not really sure what is going on here, ladies and gentlemen. It seems to appear that at some point today, a young man, a young child, tried to run off a cliff. But that Holden fella, the one that was actually in our clip earlier.
The heckler?
Yeah! He saved the young man. Told him not to jump off a cliff. He even warned him, threw a couple rocks at his feet, and then he said, don't do it. And then the boy stopped. It's almost like he's preserving the child's life.
Well, he done changed my opinion of him. You got to save the children. The children are our future.
Enough is enough. Let's cut to the
All right, let's see it.
Don't jump off that cliff. I'm gonna catch you. Nope, that's what I thought.
That was astonishing. Am I right? I mean, we had this guy who just seemed like a heckler and the most negative person in the world. And now, the same person is saving children's lives.
Yeah, you saved that little boy's life.
He's not even preserving their lives. Because think about it. That kid may have kids, and then his kids may have kids, and his kids may have kids, and his kids may have kids, and then that's a lot of lives preserved.
It's like that whole thing that the engines say. They believe everything they do has to be good for the next 7 generations.
Absolutely. He's preserving the child. Because if that child jumped off, it would have been a dark time for that family. Preserved the purity of that family.
Yeah.
So, on that topic, we always like to end the day on a positive note.
Yeah, unlike them CNN, Clown News Network.
So, you know what I mean, a positive note. So we're talking about purity and all this innocence and this lovely child that had his life saved by another fellow, city goer, if you will. And so we're going to cut to a clip a love story, if you will, between a woman, a bee, and a pear tree.
Hey, bars!
Yeah, bars!
It's a good one.
Right back.
All right, let's watch it.
Wow, this is so beautiful. The bees, the trees, the pears. God, they're just making this beautiful, creamy pollen. I'm discovering so much about myself right now. It's insane. Jeez.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. I mean, extraordinary. I mean, a little bizarre.
Yeah, well, just a little bit.
I mean, I know. Hey, she can do as she pleases. But there's actually some beauty that lies within that love story. May not be your typical, human love story, but there's beauty in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, she could do better than a tree and a bee.
I mean, a pear tree, like, get you a nice, solid oak tree. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean,
why
I
just a bumblebee?
I like
A
my
carpenter.
partner's thick. I mean, that,
I mean, but you
they do
could,
more.
why a bumblebee? Get a carpenter bee. Hard work.
yeah,
Anyways,
worker bees.
she really, you could tell within that, 30, 45 second clip, she really grew as a person.
Yeah, it was a coming of age love story.
It really was.
I mean, she was a girl before then, and then when she realized just how sexual she was becoming.
It's almost as if the birds and the bees actually gave her their own talk.
Yeah.
Their parents didn't even
for
have to
real.
do it. She learned so much right there. I just feel like her innocence has been preserved through that.
It was a transition.
Right, to adulthood.
That's
And
right.
she's becoming who she really is. And I think she's going to gain a lot from that experience.
Well, speaking of transitions from childhood to adulthood, we're getting an update on our previous story about that kid trying to jump off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently it was all fake. It was just some big metaphor. The kid wasn't going to jump off the cliff. It was all fake. But it's a good story.
So, it was a vision from that Holden fella.
That's the one.
So, he wants to preserve. Does he want to stop children like the young man in the video?
Yeah. It's like he wants to keep them in Neverland, where they never grow old.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, you're going to have kids growing beards, but they're still going to be up on that cliff because he won't let them jump off.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he thought about that. But you think about it, that cliff, it symbolizes the childhood, and as soon as they fall off of it into adulthood, I mean, it's all downhill from there. Not in a good way. I mean, it's all bad.
So while these are two similar coming-of-age stories, they almost hold opposing views. If you
Yeah, because she transitions from childhood to an adulthood,
And it's a
it makes
beautiful thing.
it makes her happy.
It's a beautiful
It makes
thing.
her happy. But here you got this Holden fellow, and honestly, even though I thought he was saving that child's life, and it made me like him, I don't know.
He may be keeping the child from that beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
But I think either way you look at it just goes to show you that preserving that innocence is a serious thing. And the transition from childhood to adulthood, I'm not talking 18 going and buying you a lottery ticket and a pack of smokes. That's not adulthood. Adulthood can happen when you're 8, it can happen when you're 12, it can happen when you're 25.
I'll preach it.
I mean, amen.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. You couldn't have said it better.
Beautiful thing.
Could not have said
And I
it
think
better.
both of these views kind of juxtapose each other to help us understand that. That in two different circumstances, with a young lady, Janie, was that her name?
Yeah, Janie, I think so.
And then this Holden feller, they have different views, but ultimately they both carry on the theme of preserving innocence and that coming of age that is so important, whether or not you have crossed the threshold or are being held back by that threshold.
That was great.
So we're going to get some barbecue dinner.
Jones Barbecue.
Jones Barbecue.
Hey,
Get a
well,
little
speak-
foot
yeah.
massage.
Yeah, I need
Say
it.
a
Walk around
little word
barefoot
from
all day.
our sponsors, a little R to the A to the Y, self-storage.
At your I to the A to the Y, self-storage.